Yo, Chris here from Fake Sports News, back at it again with another video. Today I'm going to be bringing you guys a quick recap as to what happened during today's matches, my time, of course, that being Friday's matches, as well as what you can expect during today's matches, your time, that of course being Saturday's matches. Looking at the first matchup of the day, we had the LA Gorillas taking on the Minnesota Rocker. You guys know I was very excited about this matchup because one of my favorite players of all time, Mental from, of course, Gears of War, made his Call of Duty Pro League debut, and wasn't really the best showing for him. He had a .53. Silly had a .77, Assault had a .97, and Apathy had a .85. Gorillas got outslayed and outplayed, just plain and simple. And of course, on the Rocker side, as you guys can see, Stanley was a standout, no pun intended, as well as Attach, his sub duo. Stanley had a 1.29, Attach had a 1.37, Major had a 1.21, and Priest had a 1.24. So really a lights out performance from the Rocker side across the board. They won the series 3-1, and obviously the only map they ended up dropping was the opening hardpoint. The Gorillas looked really good in the opening hardpoint. Gary Hardpoint's always been a very strong map for them, and honestly, them winning that was not that surprising to me. They've been a pretty solid Gary Hardpoint team all year long. It's one of the few hardpoints they can steal somewhat consistently. But yeah, my initial prediction of 3-2 was wrong, so that kind of sucks, but at least I got the winner right. Now, in our next match of the day, I'm going to take a little bit more time unpacking this one because it went all the way down to a game 5. You guys know I was thinking, of course, Subliners take a 3-1, but honestly, the Thieves came out really hot map 1 and 2. They put up insane performances on map 1. John went 25 and 18. He had a 1.39. Kenny had a 1.67. Slasher had a 1.24. And Draza also had a 1.24. So on the Thieves side, everybody was just putting in work. They're going hard. And on the Subliner side, they just had a rough go of it. Ace had a 0.59, Mac had a 0.68, Clay had a 0.64, and Hydra was the only one positive with a 1.05. Game 2 S&D, of course, the Thieves side took it 6-3 on Moscow. Moscow S&D is one of their stronger maps. Going into it, they were 4-2. I reviewed the stats before the match, of course, as always, and I was like, okay, that's a strong pick for Thieves. I really didn't like Moscow map 1 for Thieves, but they came out really hot on it. MYSL had a very good record on it. Well, marginally better than Thieves. They had a losing record, and MySL had a winning record on it. So map 1 was kind of an upset. Map 2 was really what you'd expect. I believe MYSL was maybe like 3-4 or something on the map, and then of course on the other side, LA Thieves were 4-2, and they are 4-0 with Slasher on the roster. So that's something to consider as well. Looking at the stats, it was pretty much a draws a show. Man went 13-3, Kenny went 8-3, and then Slasher and John were, along for the ride. So everybody on that side did very well. New York Subliners players, they had a rough go of it again. Asim with a .29, Mac with a .71. You guys can see the stats on the screen. No point in beating a dead horse. And of course, on the map 3, honestly, the stats are kind of misleading here because it was a super, super close control. Of course, round 2, Subliners really they clutched up in the defense, but honestly, the Thieves could have won that. And then round 3, same thing happened. They clutched up in the, of course, offense, but honestly, the Thieves could have closed it out. And Subliners just showed the ice there. They showed that, they do have seniority with their roster in comparison to the Thieves roster. That made the difference here. You guys can see the stats on screen. I'm not going to go through and beat a dead horse, as it were. It just wasn't necessarily as dominant as you'd expect in a 3-0 fashion. Everybody was pretty decent, honestly, in terms of their KD. Nobody was like, ridiculously negative. No, like minus 27s or anything, or whatever Pristini was, minus 15 something. Poor guy. So honestly, it was a great showing from the Subliners, but the Thieves put up a valiant effort. It was super close. Looking at map 4, more of the same. It was a very, very close map. And honestly, the Thieves could have taken it if they played a couple situations a little bit differently. But the Subliners, of course, behind a very strong performance from Hydra, of course, dropping a 1.58. Excuse me, I don't know what I was trying to say there. And Clay dropping a 1.29. They were able to squeeze out that little win there and keep the series going. Slasher was positive pretty much every map. Did he go negative on a single map? Okay, the S&D. Game 2 S&D went neg. That was the only map you went neg in this series. Sheesh. Slasher Thanos is back, ladies and gentlemen. All right, and looking at the Game 5 S&D, Asim was the only one who was really playing well consistently on the Subliner side. And on the, of course, LAT side, everybody played pretty well. Draza went 12-6. Kenny went 8-6. Slasher went 9-6. So those three put up a very solid performance. And then John had a rough go of it. He went 4-8, but it doesn't really matter. They won in the round 11. They brought back I think like maybe 3 rounds. They peeled off 3 rounds straight, and it was a great showing for them. So they close out the game 5. Honestly, it was just a great showing for the Thieves. They came out really hot today, but I think New York will return to form very shortly. But a great showing from the Thieves nonetheless, and they're definitely a contender. Also, you guys know I've been waiting for this John trade to happen since literally the start of the season, so I was really happy to see him get the win and just perform well today. So shout out to John, one of the SMG goats, definitely. His bona fides are all there, so happy to see him succeeding. I hope they continue to win. Well, actually, their next matchup is against LRR. So Ravens freed up for the Thieves, in my opinion. But we'll see if the Ravens can kind of bounce back after that thrashing that they got from Faze on Thursday. Speaking of Faze, going into the matches tomorrow, we of course kick things off with Faze take on Legion. I think it's 3-0 for Faze. Not really a lot of analysis to offer there. You guys know, I mean, I got to rep my city. Um, and Faze, they are looking really good. They 3-0'd, of course, on Thursday. They beat the Ravens, and I think Paris are kind of in that same tier as the Ravens, as like a bottom of the pack team. And I mean, they're 9 through 12 for a reason, right? So I think honestly they'll make easy work of the Paris side, and it's a 3-0. Looking ahead to our next matchup, I think the Mutineers versus Surge series. Um, I'm favoring the Mutineers here. I think it's a 3-2, and I'll tell you guys why. I think, honestly, the Surge had a resurgence on land, no pun intended. Well, pun intended, yeah, screw that. They had a resurgence on land, and I think that, honestly, this was the, I guess, wake up call that they needed or something, right? Like something along those lines. It really brought the team back together, I hope. And I think that maybe their online performances will be a little bit better as a result of that. I know a lot of it was connection issues, obviously. That's why Land made such a huge difference. But I think there are certain things that they learned how to do better at the major, like their teamwork, some of their strats, and just their overall cohesion. Like they had more time with Classic, and it really showed in their gameplay and just their comfort. So I think tomorrow they're going to push Florida to the edge. Florida's been a very good team in the last few months, but I think Seattle's really kind of hitting their best form at the right time. Well, not really the right time because they can't qualify for champs, but you know what I'm saying. They're hitting their best form at a time when they could definitely make things a little bit interesting. So I think it's 3-2 for the uh, Mutineers side. Honestly, I think map 1 is a toss. Depends on who wins the vetoes there. Map 2, I'm favoring the Mutineers side. Their S&Ds looked pretty good lately. Surges looked good as well, so it depends on vetoes there as well. Control, I'm favoring Mutineers, obviously. And then second hard point, depends on vetoes. Game 5 depends on vetoes, but I think it goes to 5. Now, in our last match of the day, with Empire taking on the LA Gorillas, and I'm hoping that my boy Mental can have a nice rebound. Hope he regains, of course, tonight my time, yesterday evening your time, and I hope he comes into this series and he does well. I really want him to have a good career in the Call of Duty League. And, you know, he had his first matchup against a really solid team. Of course, Minnesota Rockers only been getting better over the last few weeks, and it really showed in that matchup. So I think tomorrow against Dallas, this is going to be an even tougher test. These guys placed second at the most recent major. So I think they're going to get absolutely rocked. But if they can weather the storm, then I like their chances throughout the rest of the stage. But as it stands, I think it's a kudo for the Dallas Empire. I mean, coming off of that incredible major run, I don't think their momentum will slow down at any point in the next couple of weeks. I think they're going to channel that momentum into the next major. Of course, they are the top team in Group B, and I think they're going to really try to cement their place as the second best team in this game. They're back to number 2 in the standings, so I think they want to stay there. I think they want to send a message to the rest of the league vis-a-vis the Los Angeles Guerrillas tomorrow. So yeah, guys, that's about wrap it up for me. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Help the channel grow if you can. I'm really all about that content. So if you guys could help me on the growth side, it's much appreciated. Thanks to everybody who's been giving me feedback, showing love lately. I haven't been promoting the videos as much as I normally do. I've just been really busy with work and life. So thank you to everybody who stayed loyal to the channel. And hope you guys have a great morning, noon, or night. We're going to be on this beautiful planet. Hope you guys enjoy all the COD, and I'll catch you on the next video. Once again, this is Chris Big Sports News, and I'm signing off. Peace out. Hope you guys like the rapid fire outros. I don't know if I want to keep them or not, but it's something new. Gonna throw a wrench in there. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoy all the COD. Hope you have a great morning, noon, or night. We're going to be on this beautiful planet. And if you're watching Poirier McGregor and you're betting, which I don't believe in betting on UFC, it's too random, go with Dustin. Dustin's going to knock out Conor. I'm calling it right here. This is off topic, but I think Dustin wins tomorrow. So yeah, guys, enough rants and off-topic stuff. Peace out. Enjoy the COD. Enjoy yourself, and yeah, peace.